Hey guys, how's going? Welcome back to the Daniel Win Chess. Today I will show you guys one of my best game on the way to 2000 euro on chess.com. Believe or not, this game I come up the end game with a pawn down. But I win this game even if I'm down a pawn. So today I'm going to show you this game and I will show you how I win this game in the end game. So here's the game. For this game, I start with the black pieces. My opponent is from Spain, and he is a 1962 Elo. So, so let's start this game. He's play e4. I play with c5, which is the only opening that I know to deal with the e4 move, just like that. Knight to f3, d6. And now I was expect him just to play d4, the center break, and then I would take and play knight here. But instead of taking back, he plays the move kind of surprising move, and this is bishop to b5 check. This move is still a book move, but there's a few player on this kind of rating gonna play bishop to b5. I think this realizes the very famous chess player. It is Gary Kasparov. He's really like to play bishop to b5 check and then castle. So I saw kind of some game Gary Kasparov play this opening with e4, knight f3 and bishop b5 check. So I play bishop to d7, block the check. He trade and I take back with the queen. Now I can take back with the knight with the idea of somehow somewhere trade the pawn and go for knight here. But I think if my knight go here and I want to attack on the queen side, but in this game when I opponent play check here, that means they will castle in the king side. So that's I don't want to attack on the queen side. I want to attack on the king side. So that's why I capture with the queen, and my knight will develop in the c6 square. So now he castle, and now I play knight to f6, attacking the weak pawn on e4. He played rook to e1 to protect the pawn, and now I play e6. This move kind of weak my position. I was thinking about the knight to c6 or the e6 move, but I think in this position it's better for me to play knight c6 because then if I play e6, like in the game, he gotta be play e5. But this I don't have to take. I take as a knight take back. I take my queen. It's not good for me. I don't have to take. I just move the knight here. And use a pawn take on d6. I just take back with the bishop and get a tempo. So that's why. It's a kind of not really good for me. But I don't think I don't have to take it, right? It's kind of annoying. But I don't have to take. You play d3. This move I don't recommend you to play the d3 move in this position because I think while you're trying to play some passive, while to play really passive, instead of go right for the d4. It could be better, right? D4 is could be really strong move. And why you play d3 and yeah, I know the idea with it was opening the door for the bishop to go out, but this move is kind of weak to center. It have a chance for me to play d5. So I don't recommend you to play this move. Just play positive, not play passive, right? I play s6 to stop bishop d5, and then I play knight to c6, c3. Sorry, developing the knight. Now I go knight to c6. I don't have to castle right away because he's played the move d3. It's not d4. Meanwhile, they don't have any good attack in this position, so that I don't have to rush up to castle in this position. I just develop all the pieces in the castle. Okay. Secondly, the main point that I play the knight to c6 is that I want to stop e5. He play bishop to e3. I play bishop e7, and then he play a3. The kind of move to stop knight g4, attacking the bishop. And now I castle. He play queen to e2. I think the main point here is to play queen e2 is trying to play rook to d1, centralizing his rook and want to play d4, open the center, and the rook is hit by the queen here. But I know this idea and I don't let him to play this move, and that's why I play immediately d5 to attack first. Uh, I go earlier than my opponent one step. I go for the attack first, so I go for d5. I think this position kind of they have to take, because if you don't take, I play this move and I win the piece. She take the pawn, I take back with my pawn. Now she play bishop to d2 to avoid d4 and force the bishop on the knight and the knight. Now I cannot play d4, because if I play d4 and knight to e4, this knight are kind of strong on e4, so I want to keep my pawn on the d5 to keep an eye on the e4 square, so that's why the knight cannot jump here. Now I play bishop to d6. At this point, I was thinking bishop to d6 was a mistake, because knight here attacking the bishop, and I have to go. But for a moment, for a kind of second of my thinking, I realized that this move is still okay. It's not losing anymore, because if knight here, I just don't retreat the bishop and I play rook to e1, attacking the queen. And after that, maybe queen here, and I'll play bishop to bh. And I got the advantage, because bishop is strong and I can kick the knight with the a6 move. And then my rook is kind of okay. It's really, really strong in this position. And the queen just go back to the corner. His rook doesn't link anymore, so that's why. I think it's okay if the play knight should be b5 attacking my bishop. That's why we'll play this kind of order to get out of the trouble. So back to the game. He did not play bishop to knight to b5, attack the bishop. Instead of that, maybe to play queen to d1. This move kind of, what this is moving his queen out and then moving back. What is this idea? So I think the idea is to play this move, because he saw this rook to h attack and bishop to bh, and he want to move in this guy first. I think maybe. And now I play rook to eh. He rotates the knight back, and I think the idea for is going for knight to f4, maybe bishop f4 is kind of idea. But I don't recommend this move too much, because it blocks the rook. I think it's look at white position. I think right doesn't have a clear plan to go in this position. It's really hard to find a clear plan. At this point, I might think the knight drop back to e2 with the idea of playing c4 counter play on the center. But it doesn't mind anything, because if I play this move, and it's really hard for white to control this game. So I play rook to e7 with the idea of eh. So when knight comes out, I take. This point, why I take this one, because I want to make a weak pawn on the g3 square. Thus I will try to attack on this weak pawn. So I play rook to eh, double my rook on the e5. He take, I take back, and now he play queen to f1. I play knight here to attack the pawn. He play queen to f2 to defend the pawns, and I play queen to d6, pushing more pressure on the pawn, and to put the pawn to attack my knight. And now I got my first mistake in this game. Knight to g3. A really, really strong mistake. Oh, sorry, really, really terrible mistake. Why? Because I think the idea of knight to g3 with the idea of e2 attack, really strong attack. But now, white found the only move in this position to punish my mistake. Knight g3, and he played the only good move in this position, rook e1. So why this is a great move, and why this move is so much strong? Thus I cannot play rook take. Why I cannot play rook take? This is a check, right? But then the bishop will take back, and my knight cannot move to anywhere. It's only protected by the queen. You have two pieces to attack. That's why we lost the knight. But no. At this point, in the hardest position, I don't know how to save the knight on the g3 square. And after a few minutes of thinking in this position, I found the right idea. by play f5. The only good move in this position. Why f5 is the only move in this position to save the game? Because now you might think that the pawn here is a key problem. Just block two squares that my knight can go out, right? So I want to counterplay on this pawn, try to get these pieces up, and my knight can go out. He take, I take with the knight, and now he play knight to h4. At this point, I'm really shocked about this move. I think, oh my gosh, I will lost my knight. Because you know there's no square to get out. I cannot push because this is the double attack. Right? This is the double attack. And I cannot go out to any square. And he prepared for bishop to f4, attacking the two pieces, and I have to lose the pieces. But according to the engine, I have the move. Just I was not see in the game. This is f4. Sacrificing the pawn. What is this bishop take? I will sacrifice my queen. The queen take, and you know it, knight 2. Fuck the queen and the king. So that's why. But in the game, I did not see the really strong f4 move. Instead of that, I play the really bad move, g5. I would think this move is, I don't know why, because I have to play this move. I did not see this way, so I have to play this move to keep my knight. So she take the pawn, I take back, I play b6 to defend the pawn. Here and now in the end game, I'm down a pawn, right? I'm down a pawn. In this position, he have a bishop and have a knight. So it's really hard to play in this position. Really hard. Still play g4, connect this one, structure, and now I play queen e5, trying to target on the pawn on b2. Bishop come out, I push the pawn, and now bishop come back, and now I play knight to d5, and targeting two weak square on the e3 and the f4 square. She played b3 with a mistake, and now I have to play knight e3, but instead of that I play knight to f4 with a mistake. He takes the pawn, I take back with the pawn. Why? Because if I take back with the queen, he's gonna trade it, and then walk the king here, take my pawn, no one can protect it. That's why I'm losing in this position. I take with the pawn. Why I take it with the pawn? Because if I take with the pawn, I will try to play queen to e3, trade the pieces, and now I got the pass pawn here. That's why if the king, the only pieces have to defend the pass pawn, I have two pass pawn, because that's why she cannot take this pawn, because I will put this pawn. So she have to stay in the passive square forever. That's why my king will cover up this square, and the game might be end with a draw for me. So that's why I take with the pawn. The king out, and now I play queen to e3, offer a queen trade. I think if a queen trade, I'm still winning, right? I think I'm still drawing this game. He did not trade, but h4. He see that if I take, and then I have two pass pawn, like that, it's really hard to defend. So that's why he did not take my queen. He played h4 and walk my king in. He plays the pawn. I trade, and now I go for a5. He go for queen e2. Which idea is to lock my queen here. I cannot move my queen. If I move my queen, that's queen to e6, and the game is over. But in this position, I found the move queen to h3 check, and I win back the pawn here. And that's why this queen is not doing anything, right? And you play queen to h5, and I'll play queen to h6 defense. The key here is if we trade the queen, I will win in this game. Why? Because my king is really positive, and his king is really passive in the corner of the board. I could take and defend the pawn. That's why we walk and win this endgame. So he saw that, he did not trade the queen, but he played the bad move, the worst move ever. This position, queen g4. The only move for him, I think, is to play queen to h4. The only move to defend the pawn without trade the queen. But he played queen g4. So that's why this is a mistake. Why? Because I have a chance to trade the queen. ADD, queen to e6, forcing him to trade the queen. Take, king walk, and now king walk here. And now, if he play here, I can take his pawn and defend my pawn. If he put the pawn, I can take his pawn is to play king here. I can walk my king here to defend the pawn, and I'm winning a pawn here. This is a kind of magical, I start the end game without a pawn, but in the end game and the end of the end game, I win a pawn and another pawn, and I'm winning a pawn in this position, and I'm winning an entire game in this position. So it is really easy to play the end game like that. So I will skip it just like that, and slowly but surely I win this game like that. And now he resign. He resigned this position because he play here. My king will take all the pieces, and now it's will come a queen, 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 and then win the game. If you like the video and you like my match and want to improve your chess skill, please follow me, and I will teach you how to reach to 2000 elo on chess.com. And goodbye. See you in the next video.